Family businesses are difficult issues for us to assess. In many instances, we will have a client who has worked for a family business, who has received shares of or portions of that business from parents or other family members over the years as they have worked for that business. The burden is initially upon us in that circumstance to prove that the grant of shares in the business was not in exchange for work provided. Because if it was, then the shares of the business are marital property, having been earned during the marriage. If the shares were granted as a gift from the other family members, then it's separate property. If that's the case, there is still a question as to whether or not there's been any increase in value in the family business subsequent to the grant of the shares. If there has been, then the other spouse has the ability to try to prove that the increase in value was due to the efforts of their spouse and not to market forces. If the increase was due solely to market forces, then the other spouse is not going to be entitled to any share of that business. That's a very difficult thing to prove with a business, however. If the value of the business has increased due to the efforts in any way and in any measure of the spouse who's been gifted the shares, then the other spouse has a claim to some of that appreciation in value.